am so excited for this year. And I thought I would start with a little introduction for what the plan is. I'm so excited. If you haven't noticed, I have changed the name of my channel. We are now Scrappy Patterns instead of Scraps and Sequins, and that is because I am going to be shifting my focus just a little bit, not a whole lot. You're probably not going to notice like a big change on the channel, but like I feel like I found what I want to focus on, and that is my little pattern company. About a year and a half ago now, I started Scrappy Patterns, and they were one size and they were gridded, and it was the best I could do at the time. And I remember answering questions about it on Instagram when I did my first launch, and I was asked, will I do graded or multi-size patterns in the future? My answer to that was always absolutely, when I have the knowledge. Because grading costs a lot when you outsource it, and I don't have those funds, it wasn't really available at the time. But I have this skill now, and in September I ran my first pattern test. It is still September at the time that I'm filming this, so I haven't gotten any results back, but the feedback I've been getting has been really great, and it's making me more confident going forward. So a large part of this change is I want to start building a community around my patterns. So you guys have probably seen Joe pop up in a couple of my videos. He's the little icon that's right there. He is my sugar glider. He is my grumpy little dude. Absolutely love him. He is the mascot of the Glider Club, which is my Discord server, which is linked down in the description for you guys. The Discord is going to serve a couple of purposes. The main one is to build a community around my patterns. And for people to be able to like ask questions, get better at sewing, feel like they have like a space that they can go to talk about sewing stuff. I am going to be running all of my pattern tests off of the Discord. So if you want to be one of my pattern testers, like that's how you do it. I have a channel specifically dedicated to pattern testers, so you can get like updates and know when the deadlines are and know what pattern testing is coming up, and also see like my works in progress when I test my drafts, when I test my pattern drafts. That's a little bit more clear. So I've been posting all of that already. So if you guys have already been in the Discord, you know what's going on. Another part of the Discord server is classes specifically on the Bara system. These are going to be free and available for everyone who wants to learn more about that. You just like select that option in the access portal and you're good. This is going to run you through how to make the Bara tapes to how to read a Bara pattern. Matthew Nagy, the author of the Modern Maker books, is the one who really kind of made the system popular when he translated the Alsaga patterns and made these books. So this is my Bible when it comes to historical clothing, especially the Renaissance time period. But for the Bara system classes, I am using explicitly free resources and things you can find online, because when you learn something, your biggest investment should be your time. The other part of the Discord is the Italian closet. I originally started the Discord because I wanted to do a skin out court gown build to teach people how to build Italian court gowns. As I've gotten busy and trying to like figure out what I want to do long term, that has been put on the hold. I did do a couple of videos that are on there. I'm hoping to flesh that out a little bit more within the next year. So far, it's also been like a really awesome, welcoming community, and I just have been very happy with all of my interactions in that server. I'm also very heavily active in that server, so yay me. I have reworked my Patreon. Because before I didn't really do anything with it and I didn't really promote it. That's going to change. So because I am focusing more on patterns, the Patreon is going to be pattern related. It's also going to be very interconnected with the Discord. There are 2 premium channels, and the first one is going to be the Pattern of the Month Club. You will get a specific channel where you can talk about the patterns, you can troubleshoot, we can talk about fitting, just anything to do with this pattern. You will get access to the pattern for that month, and I will also link in the YouTube tutorial for that specific pattern. So if you want like a community to like work on patterns with, and you like want to like make all the fun stuff together, Pattern of the Month Club. Honestly, I think I am the most excited about the Pattern of the Month Club because this is something I've been thinking about doing since I started Scrappy Patterns. So I'm able to do it now. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. The second premium Discord channel is going to be Learning to Sew. I have been wanting to teach sewing classes for a very, very long time. With Scrappy Patterns and now these graded patterns, I now have the resources I need to be able to provide you guys with basic sewing projects, easy sewing projects, and projects that you can learn with. The last tier on Patreon is going to allow you to vote what patterns you would like to see in the future, what patterns you want to see come out, because I'm going to probably be producing patterns at a faster rate than I'm going to be able to release them if I want to stay on like a consistent release schedule. So just throwing that out there. So you will get to vote on all of that on that tier of Patreon. You will also get a Etsy discount code for the month. So if you're like, I kind of just want to like participate with the patterns, be a part of this, but not like dive into all the Discord stuff, like that's an excellent spot for you guys. I do have a goal to release 2 patterns a month for all of next year. My current plan is to do a new pattern and one of the gridded patterns. So to like just systematically work through that. Because I am now very confident in my patterning skills, we are also going to be getting historical patterns. I'm going to mainly focus on the Italian Renaissance for the time being and things that can feed into the Italian closet project. So like I said, in September I ran a pattern test for some Renaissance poofy pants. The doublet pattern should be graded, and if not with testers, it'll be with testers soon. And then the third one I'm going to do is a basic kirtle, which is going to be great. That'll cover your like basic wardrobe. And then from there I will figure out what I want to do. A court gown style is definitely part of it. I have put in some work to like figure out all of that goodness, and I'm very excited about it. The other thing with Scrappy Patterns is potentially I could offer made to measure patterns. So these are not custom because like that would require doing a mock-up and a fitting and making sure that the pattern is absolutely correct before I give you the pattern. These are made to measure. So you give me your measurements, I plug it into my system, and then I send you a pattern. I have been testing this with a couple of people, and so far it has been working out fairly well. Not like 100%, but enough where like I might feel comfortable offering that in like the next year or so. This would pertain to any of the graded patterns that I have. It's a new thing. It's exciting. I feel like I rambled a lot. So let's just do a quick recap. We're changing the name to Scrappy Patterns, and we're going to have more of a pattern focus, but still a lot of sewing. The Discord server is available if you want a sewing community. I have 3 options currently available, which is the pattern testers. So if you want to test any of these patterns that I'm going to be having coming out in the next year, you're more than welcome to join the Discord. If you want to learn how to proportionally draft for yourself, that is also in the Discord. It is the bar class. And then if you are interested in a skin out Italian Renaissance build, I promise I will do more with that in the new year. That is also in the Discord. The Patreon has been updated. We're going to have a Pattern of the Month club, a Learn to Sew, and then just a glider club tier where you can get a discount and vote on polls. And then I will be doing graded patterns for all of the gridded patterns. I will be updating the Etsy shop with all of the graded patterns as I get to them. I don't think I'm going to have the gridded patterns available anymore just because there's been some confusion when people are expecting like a PDF pattern and they get the grid. I also just want to get really sappy for a moment and say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting me over my past 3, almost 4 years on YouTube. Like, all of you guys have been super great. And I have been super happy with everything that has happened. So if you watch my videos, if you followed me on Instagram, if you have bought one of my patterns, joined the Discord and all of that funness, just a huge thank you. You are literally allowing me to build a sustainable business and make my own dreams come true. So that's to you. That is my full update, and I am so excited for things to come.